Well, hello there, and welcome to a new channel. For today's drawing, it's actually something that I made almost a year and a half ago for a friend for their birthday. It is not a portrait, but like a landscape sort thing with Jaskier from The Witcher, because my friend really likes The Witcher. And basically I wanted to make a play on the name Buttercup, because that's what Jaskier means. So Jaskier with buttercups. And I wanted to go for a night scene, so that's why there's the moon, and why in a second you'll see me working with colors. Darker colors. I tried in this to, at first, work explicitly with the darkened colors, rather than using flat colors and then shading them. But it didn't work out. I tried. Okay, so obviously I did the sketch in person rather than on the computer, which, decent. Oh yeah, I worked on the background first. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen this picture. Basically, I wanted to make a field, and I had several, texture brushes, but they were all gross, so I stopped using them. I need more texture brushes for Psy that don't, layer like this. I don't know if that's a Psy thing, or if that's just a brush size thing. I'm not sure. I have Psy 2 now, so I will check on that. But, you can see me fooling around, trying to make it look more like grass rather than a pattern. And honestly, it didn't really work. So I ended up mainly adding more texture and shadow the hard way, which is what I should have done in the first place. Yeah, there. I'm adding more blues and adjusting it for a night scene. And this was my attempt to add buttercups, which it worked out pretty well in the long run, because you don't really focus on the buttercups. Your focus is on Jaskier and on the buttercups in the foreground. So it worked out. Trying to randomize the buttercups. Now, adding more depth to the sky was a good idea, because while it doesn't quite make sense right now why the sky is lighter away from the moon, it makes sense in the future. Because the sky is a gradient. It doesn't just go where the moon goes. But okay. Now for the hedgerows. Yeah, trying to add texture again, it just doesn't work in this context. I've gladly gotten better at texture as I've gotten older and learned, but here's an example of how not to do texture. Don't just use a brush. As you can tell, I'm struggling a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't know why the light is yellow. Sure, that makes it more saturated, but it doesn't make sense for where the moon is. This entire thing is just a shit show. Oh good, I remembered that they have shadows. Good job, me. Okay. I remembered that grass can be done in hand. By hand, not in hand. It just takes some time and patience and a little bit of practice. You can do the same thing with hair if you draw hair like that. I don't tend to, but you can. Good job on the highlights. Are we almost done with the background? I hope so. This could have been a lot shorter. My apologies. And in good news, I got a new computer, and I am recording more often, I'm streaming on Twitch more often, and basically I am revamping everything. You'll see that in the coming weeks. I think I crashed. There we go. Yes, that was my actual desktop. Because I am a Chaos Goblin. Okay. We're almost to the flowers. So close to the flowers. Please God, do the flowers. Okay, we might just be doing the... Okay. We doing this then? Okay. I should have watched this through before recording. Anyway, Yaskier wears a doublet, I think it's called, where it's It's like a shirt and pants, but it's not. It's like a vest with a shirt underneath it. Like, I let them choose the outfit that I was gonna draw. Specifically the colors as well. I love his poofy pants. They're so silly. I think I was originally going to give him his hat on his head, but then decided not to. Yeah, it was better not on his head. There we go. Oh lord. I do not miss that at all. By the way, if your Psy ever does that, it's probably not Psy, it is probably your computer. Found that out the hard way. I have regrets. There were better ways to do that nose, sir. Please. At least the eye looks okay. Oh boy. Fun fact, kids. If you are struggling to make long lines, don't. I'm not saying don't struggle, I'm saying don't do the long lines. Break the lines up into 2 parts. Because if you are doing what I'm doing, where the lines are struggling because you are trying to do too much, it's just gonna look shitty. Like, yes, you should be able to draw fairly decently long lines, because the same line in a process looks nicer than doing multiple lines, unless you line it up perfectly. But if you are struggling and you cannot get the lines to look right at all, and you're having to erase a bunch, just break it up. No one's gonna hate you. I promise. People can say, oh, no, it's better to do one long line, and hate yourself. But no, they're wrong. Find a way that makes you happy, and find a way that works for you. If multiple short lines works, then go for it. If one long line works for you, good. Go for it. Find what works for you. Rather than struggling and making it look ugly. Like, yes, art is subjective. Yes, everyone's art is worth everything. But good God, there are better ways. Also, using copy-paste and zooming in and shit like that is not cheating. It is using the tools at hand. I don't know why people think it's cheating. Yes, it makes it more simple than doing art in paper and pen, but it's not cheating. You know what is cheating? Not making the art that you claim is yours. All you AI artists, I say that with quotes, you're cheating. That's not how art works. Gotta say, his legs, pretty decent. Nice legs. His feet? No. I had not learned how to do feet. His feet are lumps. It's not a good look. Sorry, Yaskier, but no. I was attempting something. I only needed one. I don't know why I did two. But you see how the feather is made of several long lines rather than one? Keep that in mind. It makes things easier. Wee. That's dizzying. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Darker colors rather than the actual flat colors. I tried to make it work, and it just... I hated it. I hated every moment of it. It probably would have worked better if I had had the background up, so I wasn't looking at it against white. But I apparently did not have that foresight. Yeah, see here, I gave up. I hated it, and I was like, ugh. Let's fix this, because it looks ugly. Yeah, I had my friend select the colors that they wanted. But otherwise, this was a complete surprise. And they loved it, which is what counts. Oh. Oh yes, our man wears tights. And he is very proud of it. Right. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, do what makes you happy. Don't focus on, I have to follow these rules. I have to produce this much every day. I have to blah. I have to stream 4 days a week. I have to meet all of these qualifications. Unless you are doing it for something that you don't control, like a job or school, don't worry yourself. You can do it later. You always have time. Now, of course, there are exceptions. Like, not saying put off everything forever, but don't stress yourself. There's no point. It's like with these colors. It looked better when I put an overlay over it anyway. And it didn't lack the saturation and the hue issues that I had. Because before, when I did an overlay with it, everything looked samey, and it wasn't supposed to. Not to mention, it would make it hard to shade, so I don't know why I tried to do that in the first place. Okay, we're down to the Buttercups. Thank God. No, like, mistakes aside, I do love how this came out, because the person that I made it for loved it. And that's all that matters. When you're making gift art for someone, all that matters is that you did it. Fun fact, buttercups are toxic. Did you know that? Because I didn't. In doing research for this piece, I came across that fact. I was like, oh, that explains a few things. And that is the end of this. If you would like to see more, preferably not this long, hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that very, very much. I'm trying to get my subs back on this new channel. Goodbye!